Black Money Matters question and answer.
I love you like.
This is not going to go well. Let's do this again. Black Money Matters question and answer. How was your day? And Bad Guru rants a bit about stupidity.
I love you like la 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 la. I love you like la 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 la. I love.
Are we here? Is it showtime? Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. There we go. There we go. Ha ha! It's showtime, folks. Bad Guru here. Oh, I'm wearing the wrong thing. I am wearing the wrong thing. All right. Here we go. My goodness, live show. I'm going to get it right one of these days. You think I'm going to get it right one of these days? I don't think I'm going to get it right one of these days. Seems a little crazy. All right, folks, let me get this mic closer to me. How y'all doing? How are you doing? Peter Hartman here. Hey there, my name is Peter Hartman. You're watching Bad Guru Nightly, and I am Bad Guru. This show is meant to serve as a reminder that your attention matters. You see, what we give our attention to becomes a greater part of our experience. We shape our world with the power of our attention. So it's important to be deliberate. And I'm so glad you decided to give me some of your attention here tonight. I want to talk about Black Money Matters. I want to answer some frequently asked questions. Bad Guru is going to come and rant a little bit about Black Money Matters and about the world and stupidity and all that. But before we get to that, I want to ask you, how was your day? How was your day? It's January 21st. It's a new day, a new time, right? A new president, a new atmosphere. How you feeling? You feeling better? You feeling hopeful? Vaccines getting rolled out. We're seeing light at the end of the tunnel. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's true. I don't know what's true. I'm not going to pretend to know what's true. But I'm hoping you're giving yourself over to a little bit of optimism. Just a tiny little bit of optimism. Even if it's false optimism. You know what I mean? Give yourself a little break, a little relief from the humdrum of life. I don't know how you've been feeling. I don't know if you had a good day, a great day, an amazing day, a so-so day. A boring day could be good. Could be good. A boring Thursday, it's not bad. Are you at work? Are you back at work in the office? Do you have no work? Did you lose your job? Has everything changed for you? Like it has for me? How was your day? It's good to take a moment to look back at your day and think to yourself, like, how did it go? How did I feel? What did I do? Could I have made things better? You know what I'm talking about? You know exactly what I'm talking about. Self-reflection. Reflecting at the end of your day about your day. And ask yourself, hey, what could I have done better? What did I learn? What could I put into practice tomorrow? How could I make tomorrow better? And to me, that's what a day is about. A day, the whole purpose behind a day, for me, those 24 hours, is to make the next day better. What do you think? Do you feel that way too? Do you feel like it's very important to learn from your day? You know, if you have days that you go by and you don't learn from them, you don't reflect on them, you don't, squeeze the juice, then the next day is going to be pretty similar, don't you think? Whatever habits and patterns you didn't correct before are going to be carried over into the next day. So how dare you not reflect on your day? Am I right? Let me open up the chat here to make sure I'm not missing folks' messages. I just realized I don't got the chat open. I'm typing on the wrong screen. Some chat. I want to see what you're talking about. I want to see if you're going to let me know what kind of day you had, Got to see who's watching. Let me know down in the comments below. How was your day? Maybe you're on YouTube, maybe you're on Facebook. Anywhere you write a comment, I'm going to see it. I'm supposed to anyway. Samantha Barley says, hi! Samantha's helping me produce the show. She's the one in the pre-show. You saw her. She told me I had toothpaste on my t-shirt. I had toothpaste on my t-shirt. White spots. She goes, go, Peter, go change that. I hope it got better. Sam says, it's a good day for me. Good day for her. Elvira says, hi. Hi, Elvira. Good to see you. Good to see you. Well, I'm not seeing you. I'm seeing your little avatar here. I'm seeing your name. But I picture you in my mind's eye. I hope you folks are having a good day. I hope that you're learning from your day. What did you do? Elvira says she had a busy day. A busy day. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? What did I do? Well, I'm preparing for the show today. I had to solve, like I usually do, some technical problems. I have to work on, you guys don't even know what kind of gear I have here. One day I'm going to have to show you all the things I have to work with. I had to get another computer, a second computer, in order to do all this, to put on a show for you. I'm desperate to talk to you, desperate to be there for you, desperate to offer you some, companionship, some comfort if you're not feeling well, some perspective on life, some excitement, some laughter, some inspiration, some energy. I don't know. Some people, I grew up in a house, there was 6 of us in the house. 6 or 7, I can't remember. 6 other people and me. 6 other people and me. And that's when we didn't bring our friends over, okay? I grew up in a place full of people. So used to having people around. So used to having companionship. I'm a twin. I had companionship before I was born. That's who I am. That's what I'm used to. But there are people out there, they got nobody. They're sitting there at home eating their meal and they're by themselves. And I want to be there for them. So what did I do today, Elvira? Preparing, setting everything up. Did some chores. Learned some things. But really, I'm focused on my idea for Black Money Matters, and I'm so excited about it. We're going to be talking about it here later today. We got Tom Hartman says, great day to buy Bitcoin. That's another way of saying Bitcoin dropped real hard. Great day to buy Bitcoin. I agree. Miley says, hey, Bad Guru, has been a good day. Fought my deer to drive on snow. Oh, my Lord. Well, I'm glad you had a good day. Driving on snow, I remember that. When I used to go places and do things, drive around. I remember that. You survived. That's the thing here in Quebec, in Canada. In the winter, you're not just dealing with regular life. You're dealing with snow and ice and black ice. Not black guys, black ice. Oops, my fear. Fought my fear to drive on snow. You fought your fear to drive on snow. Yeah. Yeah, I thought you were saying fought for dear life. I got it. I got what you were saying. J'ai compris. Je comprends. Yeah, driving on the snow, man. My goodness, the amount of focus you need to drive on the snow. Sometimes you ever drive with somebody and you seen them drive in the summer and they're all reckless, and then you see them drive in the winter and they're just the same type of reckless. You're like, you don't even modulate yourself when snow's around. I'm not going to drive around with you anymore. Marlies, I'm glad that you survived today. I'm glad that you had a good day. I'm glad that Elvira had a busy day. Samantha had a good day. Tom had a good day to buy Bitcoin. Hope you bought Bitcoin. Joanne says, sunny and warm day today. Yeah, rub it in. In Mexico. Rub it in. Okay? Joanne, I'm so glad you had a sunny and warm day. Have it for the both of us, have it for the rest of us. Enjoy it. Don't be one of those people down there in Mexico going, oh, it's so hot. Oh my God, why can't it cool down? You lived in Canada. You know what we're experiencing, so just enjoy it for the rest of us. When the heat gets too hot, you just go, I'm going to take some of this heat. I'm going to love it and experience it for the people in Canada who are freezing their butts off. Elvira says, I might leave home tomorrow for the first time in a week. Oh my God. You're one of these people too, huh? Don't even need to leave your house. I'm the same way. If I get groceries, sometimes I get groceries delivered to me. I try to go outside. Samantha Barley, life coach extraordinaire, she says you got to go outside in the morning. You got to see the sky for about 10-15 minutes. Helps your immune system. She learned that from somebody. So I kind of try to go outside if I can. You got to go, if you're going to leave, go outside. You're going to leave your house. You got to do it before curfew. We got curfew, 8 p.m. 8 p.m., not 7 p.m., 8 p.m. The virus comes out after 8. Why not just everybody stay home if you don't need to go out? What's with the curfew thing? Okay, if I got to go out, I got to go out. Just everybody just, kind of stay home. What's with this mandatory curfew business? Anyway. I'm not here to talk about COVID today. Samantha says, Dr. Andrew Huberman is the one who talked about going outside to get some light. It's good for your circadian rhythm and your immune system. Apparently, it's super important to get light in the day, in the morning, before noon. 10 o'clock, 11, you're pushing it, I think. But it's probably a good time to go. Get outside, see the sky, the brightness of the sky. Don't hurt your eyes, is what I'm told. I'm giving you all what Samantha Barley should be telling you this. Okay, she's life coach extraordinaire. And then you get that evening light, okay? Right when the sun is going down and setting, and the light turns from that bluish morning light to the reddish tones for the evening. Then you get that in there, and then your brain says, I know what time it is. I got this. Do. And then sleep sets in right when you need to. Apparently, it makes you wake up early. I don't know. Miley says, how was your day, Peter? My day is pretty fantastic. Every single day that I move closer and closer to my goals, which is to spend time with you folks, to offer you inspiration, companionship, entertainment, and perspective, and to work on my project, Black Money Matters, in order to make Black millionaires and make the world a better place. Every time I make a step in that direction, I'm happy. I'm super happy. Makes me feel real good. Yeah, I had a pretty good day. I've been having great days. I mean, I have great days. Even when things don't go well, like my personality, that's just the way that I am. I'm always looking for the bright side. I'm always looking to learn from what's going on. Something disastrous has to happen in order for me to really feel like, I had a bad day. I don't really get bad days. I direct my days. I'm intentional with my days. The crap that I tell you about reflecting on your day and making tomorrow better, I've been doing that for 10 years. My days are great. Every day I wake up, just alive with fire, tons of information in my head, tons of passion and ideas, and I just want to go ahead and execute. That's what my days are like. That's what it's like for me. And that's what I want for you. When you're experiencing your day, I want you to get in the habit of reflecting on your day. I know, look, I never used to like to reflect on my day. I used to just shut it out, just put on some movie or TV show or put on something and just shut out the day. Just shut out the day. I don't want to think about it, don't want to know about it. Oh my God, that girl looked at me funny. I messed up at work. I don't have enough money. Rent is due. Just shut it out, man. When life is not going good, you shut it out. Just depressed, afraid. You're like, oh, I hope I die in my sleep. I used to fantasize of dying in my sleep. I used to sleep like this. In order to get to sleep, this is true. In order to get to sleep, I used to pretend that I was sleeping in a coffin, Just this idea that I'd be dead and I just could sleep. Like I could just sleep and never wake up. And I'd go to bed like this with my hands on my chest. I swear to God I did this. Look, man, when you're desperate and afraid and in the dark, you do all kinds of things in order to feel better. And I just pretended I slept like a baby. When I pretended to sleep like I was in a coffin and that I would never wake up, I slept like a baby. And I wake up and then just tear. What I mean to say is I know what it's like to live a hard life. I know what it's like to not enjoy your experience. I know what it's like to need light in your life. And so I want to be that light. And every time I can shine that light for you, I feel great. I went for a little spell there without being able to go live just because I didn't have the technical abilities. I didn't have the computers I needed. And I kind of let myself go. And I got pretty close to what I would consider to be some type of weird mental break. Like I did a comedy show. I did a comedy special. And I performed like 2 hours or something. An hour and a half, 2 hours. Just alone. I recorded it. You'll be able to see it very soon once I get the edit up on Patreon. But it's rough. It's rough when I don't get to experience my light and when I don't get to shine it for you. I feel like I let you down. I feel like I let you down. And so every day I endeavor to do whatever I can that day in order to make tomorrow better. Make it so that I can talk to you, so I can be here for you, so I can entertain you, so I can remind you to pay attention. Pay attention, folks. Thank you for asking me how my day was, my Elise. And thank you, Elvira. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I really appreciate it. Okay, so look. Oh, you see, I write notes down. I write notes down for a reason. How was your day? I hope you had a good day, a great day, a wonderful day. Even if you had a bad day, you can learn from your day to make tomorrow better. What did you learn? Did you learn anything today? Anything that can make tomorrow better. There's something, a bulb that needs changing, a clock that didn't turn around, a battery that needs replacing, a cable that you need to order, something, a decision that you need to make, a person you need to call, right? A friend you haven't talked to in a while. I haven't talked to my friends in a long while. And I want to talk to them. I want to call all of them, but I don't want to be distracted. I am totally focused on getting this idea done. Black Money Matters. We're going to be talking about it in just 1 second here. I want to thank you for giving me your attention here today. I think it's really, your attention matters, and it's so important. And I've spent the past decade motivating people, encouraging people, helping them to feel positive about themselves, motivated, inspired for life, eager to reach out there and to follow their passion. But I gotta tell you, the first few years I did it, I was really enjoying it. And then as the years went by, I sort of feel this other side of me that felt, I don't know, like I love fighting for people. I like trying to help them. I like trying to make their lives better. Hell, I can't even think of another thing to do. Like, if I'm going to be alive on this planet, all I want to do is help to make life better for me and for everyone else. I hate it when I'm walking around and I feel like people are upset or depressed. When people come to my events and I talk to them, or when they used to, they'd leave, I would just think about them constantly. I run through the Rolodex of all the people that I know and all the problems that they have, and every time I come upon a solution or something I think can help them, I want to reach out to them and talk to them. I'm desperate to help people. I cannot stand living in a world where other people are suffering to such a degree. I don't mean suffering because something bad happened to them. Suffering that happens sort of outside of your control, Suffering that occurred to you not because you were lazy or you weren't ambitious, whatever, you didn't do the right thing. But suffering that comes about because life is so goddamn unfair sometimes. The way people treat you and what happens to you. I have this passion in my heart to help and to fight for people. But there's this other part of me that's growing inside me that just feels, I felt impotent as the years would go by. Like the 5th year, the 6th year, I started motivating people and talking to people and rah, you can do it. And then while they were in my presence and here, I felt like, yes. And then I'd see them walk away out into the world outside my door and I'd think, I know what they're going to go and experience out there. They're going to walk outside and the fire that I gave them here, it's just going to get cold. And I'm going to have to do another event soon and bring them back because I got to give them more fire. But my God, why is outside so cold? I felt so impotent, like I couldn't really help people. Got to have a really strong character, I think, and strong motivation to do well in this world. Because when I look out into the world, what I see, it's like, all you have to do in order to achieve your goals is go from A to B. Just go from A to B. All you got to do is you're here. And so all you got to do is do the steps and then you'll get over here. Just do the steps. You'll do the steps and you'll get over here. A, B. It's simple. And when you look at it on paper, yeah, of course it's simple. It's simple. You get an idea in your head. You ask yourself the question, how can I get this done? You detail that. If you don't have that information, you get that information. And then you follow the steps. And every time you hit an obstacle, you go through the process of problem solving and then finding a different solution for it. And then you move forward. And every step along the way as you go, no matter what you do, whether you succeed or fail, you will be learning and gaining understanding. It doesn't matter if it takes you 10 years or if it takes you 10 minutes. You can move from A to B by following basic principles of development. It's not complicated. But going from A to B outside there, to me, it's like a war zone. To me, life is not like you go out into the world and there's just puppies and nature and butterflies. It's a war zone and people are shooting back at you. And you don't know where it's coming from and you know what the problems are. So you got to go to A to B, but it's like you're on the beaches of Normandy. Like, son, all you need to do is go from A to B and then we'll defeat the enemy. And you're like, yeah, okay, sure. Going from here to there, you're walking on the beach, son. How hard could that be? Nah. I'm walking on the beach, I'm being shot at. And bombs are exploding. And I'm watching people suffer and get blown apart. But you can do it, right? And it's true. It's true. You got to believe that. You got to believe in yourself. You got to believe that you can do it. But my God, I feel so impotent. And I want to do something about it. So I think about what I can say to people. I think about what tools I can provide them and what perspective I can give them. And then as the world goes forward, life gets more and more complicated. And I don't even know the right thing to say. I don't know the right thing to do. I don't know the right way to be. I don't know what to tell other people anymore when it comes to the details of their life. You know, you'd have a meetup where you're like talking about men and women, you know, and you know, wanting to find a relationship and wanting to find love. And it's like, hey, you go out there and you follow your passion and then you'll end up in places where your level will be, you know, you'll end up in places where your level will be. And it's like, okay, but once you see your lover, when you see the potential lover on the other side of the room, are you allowed to approach them? I don't know. Does it make them uncomfortable? I don't know. Can you still like sit at a bar and like kind of wink at the woman across the bar, you know? Can you do that? Walk over to her. Hi. Hi there. I saw you're drinking a pina colada. You know, it's one of my guilty pleasures. Is that one good? Yeah, I'll get another one. Would you like another one? Yeah, we'll take 2. I don't know. Is that harassment? I didn't come to the bar just to make you happy to be your eye candy. I'm out here with my friends. I don't know what kind of voice that was. I don't know the right thing to do. I don't know the right thing to be, and life gets more and more complicated. Then COVID hits. And you're like, all right. Now how do I motivate people? Now what do I tell them to do? Go out there. Nope, you can't. It's curfew. Go out there. You got time after work. You can go. Nope, no work, no money. Complicated world. Don't know what to do. Don't know who to trust. So then I came up. I had this idea in the back burner. This making millionaire principle. You've heard me talk about it. It's how to use the power of social media in order to change the world. Okay. And I teased a bit about it in my TEDx talk a couple of years ago. And that was a lot of fun. And I developed the idea way more since then. Every day when I am perusing the internet, I see people who have followings of millions of people. Oh, this YouTube guy has 5 million people following him. This Twitter person has 8 million people following her. You're like, huh? You got millions of people who read what you write? Millions of people that you can communicate to and mobilize. Hey, look at that YouTube channel, right? There's a guy, his name is MKBHD. He has 13 million YouTube subscribers, okay? He's a great guy. He's just a YouTuber, okay? He does tech reviews. There's 13 million people subscribed to him. If he went on and he said to his YouTube subscribers, hey, buddy, we're doing an experiment. We want to make this guy a millionaire, okay? Each one of you send in $2 and we'll make this guy a millionaire. Let's say half. Let's say just 2 million on his list decide, yeah, this is fun. Let's make somebody a millionaire. You can make a millionaire like that. Like, why aren't they doing that? I don't understand. How can you have 3 million Twitter followers who are reading and listening to you? Let's go around there. Oh, screensaver. How can you have 3 million Twitter followers, and you can't accomplish something? You can't accomplish things in the world? You can't get stuff done? Why is that? So all we got to do, I had this idea, happy for a change. You get an audience, an online audience of people who are just there, who are there saying, we want to make the world better. And if you come up with a great idea, if you come up with something that will make the world better, we are here and we promise to engage with whatever you're doing. So you don't have to pay for marketing. You don't have to figure out the market. There's 1 million of us here. There's 5 million of us here. There's 10 million of us here. And we care about the world. And if you want us to share your thing or to consider buying your thing, we will do it. An online audience of people. The happy audience. And I think, why hasn't anybody done this before? And why is it so hard for me to do it? Just convince people to get numbers together. And in order to get those numbers together, you don't got to leave your house. You don't got to go into the streets and protest. You don't got to make a sign. All you got to do is click or tap a button. Join the Happy for Change audience. Facebook.com/Happy for Change. Boom. There you are. And once the number is there, boom, a number is there, then, you see people like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, a congresswoman in the United States. Like, what makes her so powerful is that she has millions of people who follow her on Twitter. So when she says something or speaks something or directs some attention or calls for a call to action, she has millions of people behind her. That's incredible. It's like having an army of people behind you. It's digital, yes, I know. But it helped her a congresswoman, right? She got into office. She's super popular. I saw outside of my window, inspired for climate change. There was a march out here for climate change. 500,000 people gathered. I don't think those people were pulling off sort of flyers at the bus station to find out about this. It's social media that made that possible. And it's so much easier now than ever before to mobilize people. So much easier than ever before to get a group of people together to disseminate information in a call to action. Meanwhile, you still have people out there who are trying to make the world a better place, and they got to pay for marketing. They got to convince people who want to give them money that, oh, trust me, people are going to be interested in this. Have the market already created. Making Millionaire Principle. 1 million people can get a lot done. And we don't even need 100 million people. You just need a few. 1 million people, 2 million people, and you can really do a lot of things. Wouldn't you be willing to part with $1 or $2 in order to make a millionaire? How many times would you be interested in doing that? If you did it 1, 2, 5, 10 times, 20 times, would that be too much? What if we made 10 millionaires and you could give a crap about those 10 millionaires, but we made other 10 millionaires and you really care about those 10 millionaires? So you have 20 millionaires walking around because we made them. You don't care about half of them, but who cares? It costs you $40. I don't understand. Why isn't this already created? You get it. You're watching the show, so you get it. So, desperate in my heart to help people, I started realizing I can't just motivate people from the inside. I have to change the world on the outside so that the competition between external and internal isn't so fierce. I have to create a sort of sense of hope and optimism and energy, a dynamism in the outside world, so that when people wake up, they have something to focus on and they go, oh yeah, oh that's wonderful. I'm excited. Oh, what else could we do? You know what I mean? Cause people to be excited about the world, excited about the future. There's so many people who are depressed, so many people on antidepressants, so many people medicating, self-medicated, drinking, doing drugs. I mean, holy crap. I'm not going to just watch this happen. And I'm going to find people like me who are not just going to watch humanity fall into despair and despondency. It's not going to happen. Not on my watch. Look, we're here. We're alive. The future depends on every single person who is alive right now. All of the future will be shaped by our decisions. I heard the scientist talk on a podcast, Lex Friedman's podcast. I forget the name of the scientist. And he said, he believes that quite possibly there's no aliens out there that we'll ever meet, that we're the only ones in our observable universe, certainly in our galaxy. And he says, the fact that we might be alone in the universe is not you might be depressed by that thought, but it imposes upon us a severe responsibility to survive and to spread out so that life can continue to be. And when I thought about that, about the responsibility human beings have to go out into space, I realized the responsibility we have who are alive right now to make tomorrow better is astronomical. The entire future rests on the fulcrum of this moment and the next and the next. And every action that you take, everything that you do causes a ripple effect that influences the entire world and the future, whether or not you realize it. Your actions ripple out in these undefined and nebulous ways, but it ripples out and it changes the composition of the air, the molecules in the air. It changes the people who are around you. It changes behaviors and patterns. It changes economic systems. It creates this cascade of events that ripples out from you and expands out into the world and causes a ripple effect that continues into the future. Look, when you throw a rock into a pond, that ripple, at what point can you say it ends? When you stop seeing it with your eyes? It's like billiards. It's like playing pool. This ball hits that ball, hits that ball, hits that ball. The molecules of the water constantly reacting to what happened just before. When I think about it, the responsibility that we have in order to make life better. Now, there are many roads to making the world better. I have one that doesn't even require you to wear pants. All you got to do is join an audience of people who are professing to the world. They're making clear to the world, we are here. You don't have to come and find us. If you have something for the world, we will pay attention. If you want to be a part of that, go to facebook.com/happy for a change. Click on community and you can join the Happy for a Change audience. It's free. It only costs a tiny little bit of your soul, but you weren't really using it, were you? I want to make the world a better place. And I've been fighting to make the world a place. And then 2020 comes and I'm ready to launch. And then all of a sudden, COVID. Everything gets shut down. And I think, all right, we'll just wait it out a bit. Seems like it's going to be a long journey, but we'll see. And as I'm dealing with that, and the mood that it changes in the world, the conditions that it changes in the world, I'm like, okay, how am I going to feel it? How am I going to pitch Happy for Change? How am I going to do this? And then George Floyd dies. He's killed in a horrible, horrible way. I mean, I still don't understand how something like that can happen. And I felt in my heart this. The impotence that I felt, the powerlessness that I felt prior to George Floyd was like set on fire. And I just sat in that emotion, sat in that feeling and asked myself, what am I going to? I have to help. I have to help prevent stuff like this. And then 20 million people in America alone took to the streets in protest amid a deadly pandemic. 20 million people took to the streets. I used to think most people weren't willing to lift a finger, weren't willing to do anything. And I felt like even asking them to push a button or to join a group was too much. People are too distracted with their life. They're not going to do that. And then they took to the streets and they talked about it over and over constantly, and it was a constant refrain. And I thought, well, if people are willing to do this. And the thing is, protest reveals to us the sentiment of the people and what people value. And I thought it was so inspiring to see that. I couldn't believe it. It made me feel such hope. And at the same time, what the hell do protests do beyond being a symbol? Practically speaking, what happens? After that, the conversation turned to riots, it turned to this side or that side, it turned to Antifa, and it was all this thing back and forth and protest, and it's, okay, then what happened? What happened? Did something happen? Did something change? And I thought about my idea, Happy for a Change. And I thought if millions of people were willing to go out in the street and march, millions of people would be willing to engage with this idea. I just had to find a way to a project, something to apply the Making Millionaire philosophy, the Making Millionaire principle to this cause, to this issue. And you see Black Lives Matter, and you see people looking for justice and defund the police. And I was like, all right. I don't think any of that's going to happen. Some of it, maybe, right? Redirect some funds. Did the police have to look like the military? I don't think so. I was like, what's going to happen? But what if after those protests, everybody put $5 in a pot, 20 million people, you'd have $100 million. And what could you do with $100 million? What could you do? Do you think Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez has more power as a congressperson, one of like 500? Or whatever the number is? Or do you think she'd have more power as somebody who had $100 million? Do you think she'd get more done with having $100 million than being a congressperson in government where she has to play that game? You have people on the streets protesting. And they're saying, we want change. And who they're talking to is politicians. They're talking to politicians and they're telling them, please get this done. Do this for us. What the hell, people? Do you not know about politics and politicians? It's a stupid game. A deadly game because they play with people's lives, but they're affected by re-election. That's the whole game. They spend like 40% of their time fundraising. They pass bills that are hundreds, thousands of pages long. They never even read them. And whatever policy they do put in place, whatever happens after they sign that piece of paper, is who knows? What the hell, folks? I don't feel impotent anymore. Because after I saw those people hit the streets, and after I saw just what COVID did to us and how it put everybody in a state of just being with their own thoughts, I was like, wow, we are actually at a turning point. We're at a crisis event that could be used to great effect. People know. I don't have to prove to them. They know the power of social media now. It organized protests all across the world. They know that they have power when they group up together. Collective action. They know how strange government is. They're on Twitter. They're online. They're paying attention now. Mostly because they got nothing else to do. Or they're very concerned about the virus and they're paying attention to the news. Donald Trump is gone. Literally turning the page. We have an opportunity now. And so I turned happy for a change. I turned my happy audience idea. And I was like, oh, right, I'm going to pause that for a second. And I'm going to focus this idea on black folks. I'm going to focus the idea on black folks. I thought, what if we made black millionaires? So at first it sounds like just making black millionaires. Who cares, right? At first it's just make black millionaires. Like, who cares? Who cares about a black millionaire? Or who cares? There's a ton of black millionaires and we got to make more black millionaires. What about me? What about me? I get it. But it's not really important who or that we make a black millionaire. What's important is that we do something that demonstrates to us the power that we actually have. And to me, the act of making a millionaire, to me, that's sensational and it's powerful. I mean, that matters. Because first it's you make a black millionaire, and then it's we're going to choose who becomes millionaires. On all kinds of dimensions, in all kinds of ways. We're going to realize the power of our dollar. Voting with our money is more powerful and more effective than voting at the ballot box. You get what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying. You're no dumb. I want to talk to you about Black Money Matters, and I want to answer some of your questions, all right? Actually, you know what? First, I'll answer some of your questions, and then I'll make the pitch. What do we think about that? Thank you for watching, by the way. I appreciate it. All right. Some of the questions that I get. So one of the questions, whenever I present this idea to somebody, I often get this. Okay, who are you going to choose to be a millionaire? How are you going to choose? Sure, you can get people together and get a group of 1 million people, but then you make a millionaire. Then you're going to hit the wall, Peter. That's where the rubber meets the road. Who's going to become a millionaire? First of all, it don't matter who the millionaire is. That's what I'm going to tell people. It doesn't matter who it is. Okay, I wish it could be random. All right? If the laws allow us to be random, if it doesn't count as a lottery, then fine. I'd rather it be random. It doesn't matter who we give it to. Now, I want to give it to entrepreneurs, people who will create jobs in their community, people who will help their community, pay taxes, be an example to the people around them. That's what I want to do. Sometimes people show up in the news and the people in need, a single mother or house burned down, something like that. And you're like, which is something we could do. I say we do something. When someone pops up in the news, we help them. Short term. But it doesn't matter who we give it to. What matters is that we give it to someone. So that's the game here. That's what I have to convince people to show them. It doesn't matter who gets it. But we'll figure it out. And whatever way we start, if that doesn't work, then we'll move to a different thing and we'll try multiple things. And eventually we can have, look, you give $2 to a person. If 1 million people give $2 to one person after taxes, they're a millionaire. They got $1 million. $2. So how many times are you willing to give $2 for this experiment? 10 times, 20 times, 30 times, 100 times? For $200, we can make 100 millionaires. That's 100 attempts. And one time we'll do it random, and one time we'll give it to a person in the news, and so another time we'll give it to a business owner, and another time we'll give it to some kid, and another time, we'll just do whatever we want. So don't worry about who gets it, okay? And then right now we're going to figure that out. We're going to have a conversation. We're going to figure out what we care about. Then someone tells me, hey, but why $1 million? Why do you have to give $1 million to a business person? You don't give them $1 million. Doesn't take $1 million for them to do their business idea. $100,000 is enough for someone to change their life. $50,000, even $5,000. Yes, you're getting it. I'm not saying $1 million and only $1 million forevermore, never changing. Okay? $1 million is for it to be sensational. $1 million is so we can have a thrill. Because I think great ideas, are ideas that I got to disable this. Great ideas. Great ideas are ideas that not only make you more efficient and more effective, more capable of pursuing your passions and your dreams, but a great idea also has to be pleasurable, has to be fun, has to be exciting. That's why I pick a million. I pick a million because it's an exciting number. I'd pick a billion if I could. But a million is what we're going to start with, all right? But eventually, we could start doing 100,000. And suddenly, we're not just making a few dozen people millionaires. We're making hundreds or thousands of people better off. What you're doing is you're taking the money that's sort of stagnant and wasted in the economy, right? It's just the money that you have in your pocket. You don't even care about it. You waste it. You spend it on chocolate and coffee and gum, and you just take it. It's sitting in your couch there. It's just in your bank account. Who cares? And we start moving those. See, there's the people with money, right? They got millionaires and billionaires and corporations and all that, and the government. And then you have people who are working entrepreneurs, and then you have this money that's kind of like wasted in our system. You know, it's just inefficiently used. So I want to take those $2 here, $5 here, and every one of us has $2 or something like that, $5 that we waste, and then we focus that. Whew. Then we start realizing, oh my God, we've got hundreds of millions of dollars that we can play with, and we can play with it anytime we want. We can do it for fun, or we can do it for change. I've got to disable the screensaver here, or else that's going to keep happening. All right, give me a second. Screensaver. Never. All right, folks. I want to do a little pitch here. I'm just going to explain the idea Black Money Matters very quickly. This is a video that I want folks to share. So I'm going to try to get it done. It'll take about 3 minutes. I'm just going to explain the idea. If you have any questions about Black Money Matters, if you have any questions about this at all, feel free to post them in the comments. I'm going to answer questions. And if I think any more that people ask me, I'll bring it up. We'll probably have some questions relating directly to this project because I want this to be done February 28th, 2021. So February 28th, 2021, this is when we're going to make 3 Black millionaires. Think about that. All right. So I've got to explain this in 3 minutes. So let's see if I can do this. I'm just going to set a stopwatch timer here, so I can get this done. All right. If it doesn't work, I'll just do it again. All right. Folks, are you with me? Are you with me? Do you get the idea of Black Money Matters? Do you think that it's crazy that it would never work? Like, is there somebody out there, if you think it's crazy it would never work, just let me know why. Because to me, in my mind, it seems like such an obvious and simple idea that we could do. Like, it's so simple. Like, my ultimate goal is to create a Black Money Matters app, okay? My ultimate goal is to create an app where we make a millionaire every week, a Black millionaire every week. We create this running rhythm of every week. You know, I sign up to a podcast. It costs me $5 a month, okay? You can sign up to this app and it will cost you $5 a month, and we'll just make a millionaire every week. And that what's going to happen is going to be this constant drumbeat. Black millionaire, Black millionaire, Black millionaire. And that's going to change the way it feels to be Black in America. That's for sure. In North America, it's not going to just be in the United States. Maybe the whole world. Oh. Move your cursor. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Samantha. My ultimate goal is to create a Black Money Matters app where we create a Black millionaire every week. It could even be subscription. You don't even have to think about it. You set it and forget it. It changes. It creates a drum beat. Look, what it means is we made a Black millionaire. We made a Black millionaire. We did it, right? And what it does is that people did this. And I think you'll be surprised that the people, their political persuasion should be interested in doing this. It should show people the power of what we can do outside of government, the power of what we can do just ourselves. It's going to create this constant jump beat. It's going to be, here we care, we care, we care, we care, we care, we care. So Black folks are no longer going to be, like, when people protested in the streets, it showed we care about this. But it showed like we care and nobody else does. I think most people care. Okay? You got those people protesting, and you're like, oh, all of America is against Black people. I don't think that's true. I don't think it's a bunch of white supremacists who filling the country who just hate black people and want to persecute them. I don't think that's true. I don't. So I want to give them an opportunity to show it, right? If you're talking to somebody and you say, hey, you're racist, and that person goes, I'm not a racist. I'm part of making black millionaires. I'm making black millionaires. I'm part of that. I care about it. Look, we made 12 black millionaires this year. We made 52 black millionaires, 52 every week. We made 52 black millionaires this year. I'm part of that. I'm part of that. You call me a racist? I'm a Republican. I'm a conservative. You calling me a white supremacist racist? Ha, here. So here's an avenue. And then black people would be like, okay, well, look, maybe I feel like this person's a racist, but maybe they're faking doing this, but they're making black millionaires. It starts changing the conversation. Whether you think the world's filled with a bunch of racists or not, then it would help. It creates a jump beat of we care, we compare. And then it creates a mental state in the minds of black folks. I was watching a sort of fire chat conversation with a bunch of black leaders online on the I think it was a Dark Horse podcast. And you had a young lady there who said, look, I hear what people are saying in Black Lives Matter and that black people are held back and they'll never move forward. She says, I mentor or tutor or something young black people. And if I went to go to that 12-year-old black girl and I told her the whole system is against you and you're being held down and you're starting behind the starting line and you're going to find it so hard for you to make it and everything is against you. If I tell her that at 12 years old, I will ruin her life. I will ruin her life if I do that. You can't tell people, you can't raise them up in an environment, true or not, to tell them they're set back. What a crazy message to tell people, even if it's true. I tell people hope is always the most logical choice. If there is hope in the situation, then the best way for you to find that is to hope. If the situation is hopeless, you still better hope. Because it feels better than feeling hopeless. I'd rather have hope in my heart and die in disaster than feel hopeless and die in disaster. So it doesn't matter what the situation was true or not. A sensation of hope that you can do it, that you can achieve, is always the best idea, is always the logical choice. And honestly, I think more often than not, situations aren't hopeless. She said, I'm not going to go and tell that 12-year-old girl this because I'm going to ruin her life. And so I want to contribute to a message of hope. So alongside that compassionate, we care. I'm saying 1 million. What if we start making people 100 millionaires? You know what I mean? We care. It's sensational. It's in the news. Every time it's competing with everything else that's going on. We did this. It's outside of all the conversation that people are having. We're setting our own conversation. And then those people are growing up. You're in the black community. You're like, oh my God, people are making black millionaires. Honey, 12-year-old girl, come honey, let me tell you, they're making black millionaires. Why are people doing that? Just to show that they care. And then, outside of the black thing, it shows all of us, hey, if we can do this for black people, we can do this for anybody, for anything. Anything that we want to create in the world, we don't have to be upset or mad that other people are not getting it done. We can get it done. And we don't even need everybody to do it. You don't need 300 million people in the country to do it. You don't need 30 million people in Canada to agree. All you need is 1 million or 2 million people who are willing to part with $1, $2, $3, $4, $5 to $10 with whatever. If you have 1 million people who are willing to part with $10, you got $10 million. You can do all kinds of things. So you're like, this week, this is what we're doing with 10 million. Next week, this is what we're doing with 10 million. You can figure out all kinds of things for you to do. And everybody out there with a Twitter profile that has like 8 million followers or a YouTube subscriber channel that has 10 million people, you all have this built-in power. All you have to do is direct to the people on your network, hey, do this. I want everybody to use the making millionaire principle. Everybody. I mean, we do it already. Every single moment of every single day, we are engaged in an economy that uses our attention and our money and our energy in order to create millionaires, billionaires, corporations, and all the people that we like to complain about. I'm not saying we have all the power, but we got a lot of it. All right. I'm getting worked up here. February 28th. I'm not even Bad Guru yet. Bad Guru hasn't even come and talked. Bad Guru will be talking after this. Hopefully, I'll be joking around a little bit. If you're up for that, Bad Guru is going to be doing this pitch. I'm trying to get it down to like 3 minutes, and so we can share a video. You know what I mean? If you're interested in this, you need something to share to other people. And you can't share them an hour-long broadcast. So, Bad Guru will be taking the stage soon, taking the mic, and he will be joking around, talking, and also explaining the idea. But right now, I'm going to explain. Peter Hartman is going to explain it because we've got a mission, folks. February 28th, 2021, we got a mission in order to make 3 black millionaires. So I want to explain the idea so that you have something to share. All right, hang in there. If you have any questions about Black Money Matters, if you find any holes, just post them in the comments, and I'd love to read that, love to hear your thoughts on it. If you think it's a good idea, let me know as well. But thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Let's get it started. Black Money Matters, making black millionaires. It's a very simple idea. Every single moment of every single day, we are engaged in an economy that uses our attention and our money in order to make millionaires and billionaires in this world. And I say we can do that on purpose at will. I was inspired because of the George Floyd death and the protests that followed to do something in order to help the black community in America and around the world. So I come up with this idea. It uses my principle called making millionaire principle in order to make a black millionaire. And it's very simple. If you want to know more about it, it's hashtag Black Money Matters. And on February 28th, 2021, at the end of Black History Month, we're going to make 3 black millionaires. I'm going to let you know how this idea works. The mission is to create 3 black millionaires by February 28th, 2021. And the reason I want to create 3 black millionaires is that initially I wanted to create 1, but I thought, hey, we're going to have a lot of argument about who's going to become a millionaire, so let's do 3. All right? 3 millionaires at the end of next month. Step 1, we connect 1 million people. We connect them together, do that online. You don't have to do that outside. You can be at home, tapping on your phone, and you can join the 1 million people. We connect 1 million people online. Step 2, we choose a person. I know that's the hard part, but we have until February 28th to choose 3 folks that we want to become black millionaires. I already got some folks sending me in some examples of people they'd like. And then step 3, we each send them $2. All right. Now I picked $2. It could be $1. It could be $5. But if you send someone $1, if 1 million people send somebody $1, then that person gets $1 million. They pay half in taxes. Then they no longer have $1 million. They're no longer a millionaire. So you send them $2. At least they can pay their taxes, and their taxes help the community. And it's that simple. It's that simple. I connect 1 million people, choose a person, and then we send them $2. Isn't that a basic idea? I was inspired by the events of 2020 to do something to make the world a better place. I am sick and tired of sitting around and looking at what's going on in the world and feeling impotent and feeling like I can't do anything about it. We can do something about it. And I'm not going to sit around waiting for government. I'm not going to sit around waiting for other people to get it done. We have the ability to do it. And yes, people might be out there poo-pooing social media, but social media allows us to gather a collective millions of people together in an instant online. And then we can send them our dollars. If you think it's fun to make a black millionaire, if you think the idea is exciting and that it would help, all you got to do is join facebook.com/group/Black Money Matters. It's a Black Money Matters group over there on Facebook. You can follow me on youtube.com/happyforachange. And you can share this with someone smart, someone who gets it. It's very simple. Connect 1 million people, choose a person that we want to become a black millionaire, and we send them $2 each. I think it would be the most fun thing in the world and the most revolutionary thing, a paradigm shift to remind people how powerful they are, that they can create change. I'm not asking you to go out into the streets or to make a sign or to go vote. I'm asking you to use these devices, the tools, the internet that we have today. Instead of using it to tear each other down, let's use it to build us up. Let's demonstrate to humanity that we care. I care about what's happening with black folks. I care what's happening about everybody, but I care what's happening with black folks. And we can use this moment as an opportunity to demonstrate our power. Making black millionaires. February 28th, 2021, we're going to make 3 black millionaires. If you like this idea, share it, join, and remember the hashtag Black Money Matters. 4 minutes and 30 seconds. All right. I didn't nail that 3 minutes, but there it is. How was that, folks? Should I do it again? Was that okay? It felt a little weird, but it's fine. It's a very basic idea. If you want to know more, head over to facebook.com/happyforchange. Just click on the group that's there. Or if you prefer videos, just go over to youtube.com/happyforchange and watch the journey unfold. And if you're interested in participating a little bit more, you don't just want to show up on February 28th and make that black millionaire. If you want to help me choose who becomes a black millionaire, definitely subscribe to me, follow me. That's what we're going to be doing between now and February 28th. It's very simple, folks, and you're invited. All right. Sam, how was that? Samantha Barley, producer extraordinaire. Maybe she's watching right now. How was that? Should I do it again? I felt like 3 minutes wasn't enough. 3 minutes wasn't enough to explain the idea and tell you why I give a damn. I don't care just because I'm black, all right? This is not a thing where I care about it because I'm black. I identify as a human being, all right? But people seem to be interested in black folk today, so I'm going to use this opportunity to show people that we can do something. And then once we're done with helping black people and demonstrating that, then we can move on to other things. Because the Making Millionaire principle is so goddamn exciting. I cannot tell you how excited I am. If I can find a way to catch fire with this, folks. All right. I feel like Bad Guru is going to start coming out. So I'm going to go get ready for that. Then I'm really going to let loose. You know what I mean? We're really going to let loose. Joanne says, great. Thank you, Joanne. Thank you. Some positive feedback. I really appreciate that. Honestly, I live on it, okay? I live for your feedback. I sit around wondering, what do people think about me? Joanne, thank you. Good, very good. Look, if it wasn't good, I'll just try again later. You know, I have multiple shots. Maybe I'll try after I'm Bad Guru. All right, folks. Good, but I do it in 3 minutes. Okay, Samantha says to do it in 3 minutes. All right. I don't know how to get how to be meaningful in 3 minutes. All right. I'll try it again. But I don't have to record it live. All right, I won't record it live. Why am I gonna hold you to it? You know what I mean? Join the group, folks. Let's get those numbers up. Tell somebody else about it. Let's do something fun and join the Happy for Change audience. Don't play with Mike. You know what? I'll play with whatever the hell I got. Okay, fine. I won't play with the mic. But I will play with the other mic because I'm going to become a Bad Guru. Don't play with Mike. Yeah, I figured it out. All right. I think that's it for now, folks. I'm going to go become a Bad Guru. And if you want to stick around, we can enjoy that. And I'll be back in just a minute. Yeah, I get it. Okay, it's distracting. Samantha says, is it distracting when I play with the microphone? Can somebody tell me if she's right or if I'm right? If it's no big deal. There's a delay, so I'm not going to wait for that. You've been watching Bad Guru Nightly Live. If you hang in there for just a few moments, Bad Guru will be hitting the stage, joking, talking. He'll be explaining the Black Money Matters idea again and also doing little jokes and stuff like that. If you want to watch it live, you're definitely welcome. And if you want to watch it recorded after the fact, go to youtube.com/happyforchange. All my videos are there. And if you want to become a patron on patreon.com/happyforchange, if you like what I'm doing and if you're willing to support me, I'd very, very much appreciate it. All your dollars will go to helping make this Black Money Matter idea a reality and more. Patreon.com/happy for a change. You can donate as little as $1 a month or $5 a month, whatever you feel comfortable with. You don't have to do it, but if you did, I'd really appreciate it. Like and subscribe. I'll see you folks in a bit. Just 2 minutes. I'm just going to go 2 minutes and we'll be right back. All right. Thanks for watching.
Cause when I look at you
How we doing, folks? Cheers. Do you know how important it is to drink water? It's very important to drink water. Get hydrated. You know, you're made up of mostly water, and so if you're just drinking, I remember growing up, I drink. I would take when I got into my teenage years, I drink like I'd make one of those Minute Maid juices. Hello, you can't hear me. Hello, 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 hello. My mic is not on. What? What? You what? What kind of a producer are you? You had the music on. You had me on mute, and then you thought my mic wasn't working. What? Oh, oh, I see. I see. Okay. Ah. Okay. All right. All right. All right. My God. I'm like, okay. Jesus. Sometimes, you know, sometimes. No, thank you, Samantha, for looking out for me. I really appreciate it. What was I talking about? You should drink water, okay? I used to drink. I used to take a 2 liter. I used to take a 2 liter bottle of Canada Dry ginger ale, and then I ginger ale soda, and then I mix like a Minute Maid fruit punch thing in a whole pitcher, and then I pour the soda into the pitcher and mix it all together, and then I and then I and then I drink it, like all of it, in one sitting at dinner. I didn't do this at home with my mom watching. You know, I didn't do that. I didn't do it at the dinner table when my mom was watching. She would never let me do that, but I would do that. It's kind of nuts that I would do that. And one day I was sitting in my house. It was years later. I'd been doing it for, I don't know, 10 years or so. And I'm like 20, how old am I? I'm like 23, 24, maybe 24 years old, 23. I don't know. And I'm sitting in a kitchen slash living room slash bedroom because I lived in this studio apartment. This tiny, tiny little closet. And I one day I was like, my mouth feels weird. My mouth, it feels weird. Kind of feels like sugary and sticky, and I was like, ugh. And right in that moment, I decided, you know what? I'm going to make a change. I'm going to stop drinking anything but water. And I just decided I'm going to drink water from now on. I just cut it out. I was like, this sugar stuff and whatever. I didn't even know how bad it was for me. It's not like I thought, oh, the sugar is unhealthy. I just knew it wasn't a good thing, and I decided, you know what? I'm done. I'm done with it. And that's the type of person I am. I see something and I realize it's not going well, and I want to change directions. I just go, I'm done with it. I'm finished. I stopped smoking that way. I stopped trying to make people like me that way. I had a real problem with really wanting people to like me. And then I started doing stand-up comedy, and you're like, whoa, I'm gonna have to temper that feeling. Anyway, I just let it go, and I decided I'm just gonna drink water. And because I want to make good decisions. I want to make right decisions. I'm out there in front of people and I'm telling them, you're all raw. You can be anything you want to be. Mind your choices, mind your decisions, do the right thing. And meanwhile, I'm drinking gallons of sugar. I said, no, no more. No more. Está loco. Está loco. It's crazy. C'est fou. J'en ai marre. C'est fou. Je suis fini. Je capote. Anyway, so I decided, okay, I'm going to make a decision. I'm going to stop doing that. And it's hard. It's hard to make a new decision. It's hard to change your patterns, you know? I remember I took a glass of water right in that moment, and I took a sip of it. Just like this, and I was like, and I drank it. And I was just gagging. I was just gagging on the water. I was like, what? What is this stuff? Who drinks this stuff? It tastes terrible. And even though I was saying, oh my God, this water tastes terrible, who would drink something like this? It's so gross. I remember thinking, wow, that's how messed up I am. I hadn't realized until the moment I decided to genuinely drink a glass of water, something I don't even know if I had done for a while. I was like, the juice has water. Soda has water. I get some water in my mouth in the shower. Something I'd done and then the water just tasted like total crap. And I was like, I am so broken. I don't even know what's real anymore. I knew right in my head, logically, until in my heart, in my body, in my mouth, I was like, this is the worst thing. I shouldn't be doing this. I shouldn't be doing this. And my brain was like, oh my God, you should have been doing this the entire time. That's the thing about habit. That's the thing about getting stuck in habit. You get so used to the habit that being in any other way, even a way that's better for you, is hard for you to see. You ever have that experience? Right? You just have a friend and just like bothering you, and every time you talk to them, you just feel bothered and you feel upset, and your friends ask you, your other people ask you how you're doing. You're like, oh, I feel so upset. I had a friend who was bothering, and it never even occurs to you that you never have to talk to this friend again. You think to yourself, oh, well, she's been my friend since high school, and we went to college together, and so I kind of feel bad. We have all this history together. How could I just stop talking to her? And you think, wait, hang on a second. I got no obligation to talk to this woman. I don't have any obligation to talk to this friend. She makes my life miserable. Mostly, I don't like it, and I do it out of obligation. And then you tell yourself, I'm not going to talk to this friend anymore. And then you feel, I feel bad. I feel guilty. I'm doing something wrong. But you're not. You're taking care of yourself, and you're making a decision that's going to improve your life, because the people we spend time with, the birds of a feather, they flock together. You become like your friends. They infect you, infect them. So it's really important to choose who you want to spend your time with. I am super deliberate with who I spend my time with. You know what I'm talking about, right? When you get so used to a habit, so used to a way of being, they can't even fathom something else. It doesn't even make sense to you, even though it's the most logical thing to do. And that's exactly how I feel about my idea for Black Money Matters. That's exactly how I feel about my idea, Black Money Matters. I want to tell you about my idea, Black Money Matters. You want to hear about it? I'm challenging myself to do it in 3 minutes. We'll see if I can do it. I'm trying to do it in 3 minutes so that you have a video that you can share to all the smart people in the world that you know about, all the good friends that you have, and you let them know, hey, we're going to make a Black Millionaire February 28th, 2021. Here's why. You can send this video and send it off. I'm going to clip it out so that you can have it. Because sending people an hours long, 2 hour long rants is not going to do it. So I'm going to challenge myself to do it. I just tried earlier as Peter Hartman. Peter Hartman did a video, and that was around 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Maybe we'll keep it there. Maybe I'll do it again. Hopefully we can do 3 minutes in this one. Are you with me? Thanks. Because I'm standing over here, I can't tell who's watching. I can't read your comments. I mean, I'll go and read your comments in a second, but I can't see them right now. All right, folks. Am I ready? Am I ready? Black Money Matters, 3 minutes. You think I could do it? Let's take our bets. Write down in the comments if you think I'm going to make it in 3 minutes. All right? If you think I'm going to make it in 3 minutes, you say yes down in the comments. If you think I'm not going to make it in 3 minutes, you write no, okay? And whoever wins will become a Black millionaire. I'm just joking. I'm just joking, okay? We can't choose a person like that. All right. Let me get my head right. All right. I have this idea. It's called Black Money Matters. It's very simple. We can make a Black millionaire in an instant. So I say we do it. Step 1, we collect 1 million people online. Step 2, we choose who becomes a Black millionaire. Step 3, We each send them $2 to make them a black millionaire. Simple. Mind blown. I want us to engage in the process of making a black millionaire because I care about what's happening with the black community. I care about what's happening with what the message that came out of those protests in 2020. And I don't want to just go about like business as normal. I want to do something different. And I'm not going to rely on government. I'm going to rely on officials to do this. I'm not relying on people to change their hearts. I'm relying on people like you and me who care enough to do something. We can show our compassion, our care for the black community. We can create change. We can create hope. We can create entrepreneurial examples for people to follow. We can start changing the way we view ourselves and the world that we live in by creating black millionaires. There's so much more to this idea, and you can check out this full video for the full details. But what I want to tell you is that on February 28th, 2021, we're going to make 3 black millionaires. At the end of Black History Month, we are going to make 3 black millionaires. And the only hard part is that we're going to have to figure out who gets to be a black millionaire. If you have an idea about that, please let me know. I am sick and tired of the way things are going. I am not accepting the way things are going. And because we've delegated our responsibilities to other people, politicians and officials who are totally just interested in their own re-election, I'm sick and tired of waiting for somebody else to change things. We can do it, folks. We can use the power of the making millionaire principle, my making millionaire principle, in order to use social media and use the technology that we have in order to do something more than just playing Candy Crush and watching cat videos. God dang, there are a lot of cat videos on the internet. Every single moment of every single day, we are engaged in an economy that uses our attention, our energy, and our money to make millionaires and billionaires and corporations and all the like. And we've forgotten that we have a power to do it. We've forgotten that we are responsible for the economy. And now that the economy is like frozen or stuck or stalled or whatever, we feel even more powerless and feel more dependent on people. But looks, folks, the dollars, the change that you have in your pocket is enough for us to create huge impact into the world. And I'm not going to wait until COVID's done. I'm not going to wait till the crisis is over. I'm not going to wait till we're back to normal in order to do something about it. And I'm going to find people like me, people like you, who are fired up, who are passionate, who are looking to do something. We're going to do something sensational, make a black millionaire, February 28, 2021. If you like that idea, go to facebook.com/happyforachange. Just join the Black Money Matters group that's right there. Facebook.com/happyforachange. Follow me on youtube.com/happyforachange and share this video. It's time for us to change things. There, did I do it in 3 minutes? So close. So close. 3 minutes just doesn't feel like enough. 3 minutes just doesn't feel like enough. Anyway, that's my attempt. Black money matters. It's a very basic idea. It's very simple. I want us to change our habits. You know, we have this habitual way when something goes wrong, we plead to the authorities, hey, please change it for us. Please change this. Please fix this. And we've gotten so used to that habit of behavior, we got so used to that way of being, that I might propose to you, hey, let's make a black millionaire. And you might be like, what? What? I mean, like, we can't make a black millionaire. We can't do that. How are you going to get 1 million people together? Huh? How are you going to convince them to make it? How are you going to get this done, Peter? Bad guru. How are you going to do this? Folks, I go over to YouTube, I go on some random YouTube channel about tech or about this or that, and they got 1 million subscribers. They got 2 million, 5 million subscribers. There's a network out there called TYT, the Young Turks, okay? It's a political, progressive media channel on the internet, okay? They got 5 million subscribers on YouTube. Instead of taking money to put it in the political process, taking money to give it to advertisers, just take the money and give it to people. Can you imagine if you're a news network and you're responsible, you're a YouTube channel, you're a news network or something where you have millions of people who listen to you, and you say, today we're going to make a millionaire. Today we're going to make a millionaire. And all we have to decide is who. And people go, huh, what, make a millionaire? Yes, just send $2 to this address, send $2 to this email, send $2 this way to this GoFundMe, and we'll make them a millionaire. And you're like, what? We can just do that? We can just make a millionaire? I used to watch this TV show, a lot of us did when I was growing up, called Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? And you have a person sitting in a chair, Joe Blow, across from Regis Philbin, and they have to answer questions in order to make $1 million. And it was so exciting. Oh my God. The $64,000 question is, what color is Bart Simpson's underwear? And you're like, oh my God. And you're like calling a friend. It was so exciting to make a millionaire. They did all that. As I'm watching it, I know the only reason they can make this person a millionaire, it's not just some guy out there with millions of dollars going, hey, I think it'd be fun to give away $1 million. That's just what's happening. It's a business. It's profitable for them to make a millionaire. Did you hear what I just said? Did you hear what I just said? Do you remember the TV show Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? With Regis Philbin and the freaking schmucks who got $1 million, okay? Do you remember these people who just had to answer a bunch of trivia questions in order to get $1 million? It wasn't just some altruistic guy who was like giving out $1 million to these people. They were making more than $1 million, giving away $1 million. Meanwhile, we got idiots like us protesting in the streets, demanding the government do something about it. Oh, you mean we can make money? We can make money off of this thing. We can make the world a better place. We can make the world a better place. Look. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? I'm watching it and I realize the reason they're able to get this $1 million for this person is because we're watching. That's why. We're watching the show and it's making it profitable just by watching the show. We were making millionaires. That's my point. We were making millionaires while watching the TV show. Except we were giving it to just random schmucks or whatever. We can choose who we want to give it to. You think the black community should have more opportunity? You think there should be reparations and money should be given to black folks? You want to do something in order for black people to feel heard and cared and compassion? Get involved with making black millionaires. Tell me it's a bad idea. You tell me it's a bad idea, and I'm going to tell you how stupid you are. You're not stupid. I just have to convince you. You're goddamn stupid if you don't think this is a good idea, okay? What the hell's wrong with you? People complain about Amazon and Walmart. Oh my God. And every goddamn day, people ordering stuff from Amazon and ordering stuff from Walmart. We're so freaking stupid. Human beings are so stupid. I'm so stupid. We get locked into these habits and these ways of thinking. We just can't even imagine a different way. This thing that we're doing, where we're attacking each other and fighting, and you're on this side and that side, and there's the police on that side, and we're on this side, and those are white supremacists and all that. Even if it's true, war will lead to our destruction. You tell me I'm wrong. Oh, no. This war is righteous and holy and justified, and we must fight it. Let's eradicate all the white supremacists and evil police officers and everybody who's so wrong. Did you vote for Trump? Kill him. Oh, yeah, the plan? Kill them all, then peace. That's what I keep hearing. Kill them all, then peace. Just remove them from Facebook and remove them from Twitter and just stomp them in their face and ignore them and call them all kinds of names. They're horrible pieces of shit. Well, you know what? You know how you deal with a horrible piece of shit? You don't make that person an adversary on a battlefield. You convert them to your perspective with persuasion. Look, if you got one guy and one group of people who don't want to bake a cake for a gay person or a black person or whatever, they don't want to make a cake, and they don't want those black people working at those jobs, and they don't want to hire them in their whatever, and you think, hey, no, business, our society is better and more profitable and works for everybody better if we're inclusive. If we're inclusive, things are better. And if you are segregating, and if you are denigrating, if you are a white supremacist, if you think another side is worse, then your life will be less good because you don't have these other cultures, these other perspectives, man, woman, gay, black, whatever. You don't have that, so your experience is worse. You don't know it's worse, but it's worse. The food you eat is worse, less variety. The shows you watch is worse, less variety. The innovation that can happen is worse because there's less variety. So those stupid idiots who think that their race is better, the white supremacists or whatever, are already living shittier lives. Why am I swearing? I'm not supposed to swear. They're already living crappier lives. All right. Okay. I'm not persuading anybody with that. People are going to go, I don't give a crap. It's wrong what they're doing. It's immoral. It's evil. Okay. So you go to war, and then what? Fight. Then what? What war? Where is war better? People go, oh, we have to go for war with Hitler. There were other avenues to deal with Hitler than going to war. That would have cost a lot less lives. Kill them all, then peace. I want a better world. And it's harder to persuade your enemy to your side. It's harder to do that. But the consequences of that are far better. You know, I read stories. I love reading historical fiction. I love reading about history. I love reading about battles. And just listened to The Art of War recently. And in The Art of War, one of the things you do, one of the things it teaches you is, look, when you've defeated your enemy, don't freaking just annihilate them all and kill everybody, because then you're worse off. You had all these resources and all this energy that you had to expend to fight the war. And then if you kill all those people who could be working for you, who could be on your side, who could be, farming and commerce and all that stuff, if you get rid of them, then you're doubly hurt. But if you win the war and then you take them, you're all forgiven. If you're willing to come with us, if you're willing to live with us, then we can live together, then you're better off. You're better off. Everybody's better off. You're not set back. And so what you want to do is, look, do you remember when, I'm not gonna go there. It's just gonna be weird. I'm gonna talk about Game of Thrones. Can you imagine? Imagine this. Imagine two armies. One good army, one bad army. And they're both facing off on a battlefield. They're facing each other. And you have your two leaders. They show up on horseback, and they meet in the middle of the battlefield, right? You have one army on this side, another army on that side, right? And then the bad guy goes, you are all dead. I'm going to kill you all terrible. You're vile and you shouldn't exist because you're inferior. Kill them all, right? He wants to kill you. And then the other guy, the other leader on the good side, he just he doesn't talk to this guy, this idiot. He just speaks loudly enough so that the whole army can hear him. And he says, or she says, let's say she says, my people, hear my voice. Your leader here wishes to lead you to war, to death, to blood, to ruin. But I am here to tell you, I am not at war with you and your family and your children. I want you to live life and be well. But this tyranny must end. If you will put down your arms and cross over to our side, you will be received. You will be cared for. And we will lead to a new future with peace. Then you just see, people start coming over, start to trickle more and more people, 100 people, 1,000 people. They start leaving their army. They start leaving their side because they're like, look, there's some people out there, they hate black people. They want them to be dead, and they're actively seeking to accomplish that mission. And there's other people who are racist, who are white supremacists, who are just stupid. They don't put much thought into it. They're not out there trying to figure out how to get rid of black people. They're just like, oh, black people, they suck. They're just stupid. Then a black guy, like, invents something wonderful, and they're like, oh, but, hey, that black guy's pretty good. And another black guy does something entertaining and develops a TV show. So, oh, that black guy is pretty good. And over time, with black people just being successful and doing things, regular racist white supremacists are like, oh, these black people are not so bad. I thought they were a burden on society, but turns out they're really helpful. They cross over to your side. Look, I know it's this Pollyanna view of the world. When people get war in their head, it's like you can't talk them out of it. I remember during the, after 9/11, Patriot Act, shock and awe, go to war. Let's go get him. Let's go get him. How did that work out? Trillions of dollars put to war while your country's falling apart. Bridges falling apart, roads falling apart, terrible public transportation. Everything been taken over by the powers that be. You friggin' idiots. We're all idiots. We're all stupid. Let me let you in on a little secret, okay? Everyone is stupid. Everyone, with no exception. Everyone is stupid. And there are some people who are a little less stupid. And we call those people smart people. That's as good as it gets. You're stupid when it comes to races and genes, and you think black people are inferior. And you're stupid because you're driving around in a car pumping gasoline out into the atmosphere. One person wants the annihilation of a specific race. Another person is doing pollution that's doing terrible things to the planet. Another person is buying stuff on Amazon that's being made from child labor. And it's like, my God, everybody's just in glass houses just throwing rocks. Solution-oriented thinking. That's my jam, folks. Solution-oriented thinking. Hashtag no war. Hashtag no war. Trump is gone. I don't want to go to war with people. I don't want to be divided. Oh, mask and no mask and COVID, no COVID. What the hell, folks? We're all in this together. Bad girls with Pollyanna. Wishful thinking. Don't you know the real world, boy? I know the real world. I know the way things have been going. If we continue in that direction, we're all going to die. We are all going to die. We're not going to make it. There's people walking around going, oh, you know, I can't, when I retire in 50 years. You ain't retiring in 50 years. It's going to be a smoldering ash heap reduced to just history. We're not going to have nothing left, man, if we don't do something about it. And I have a way forward that is fun and exciting. I have a way forward that shows us our power. We create a parallel alternative system where we can empower people outside of the traditional way of doing it. You know, I have an idea that if it catches fire, which it will make your day so freaking exciting. You're going to be like, oh my God, I didn't know we could be doing this whole time. You know when you go to the App Store and you download like Candy Crush and you play that game, you're making them millionaires. You know that, right? You know that, right? You think it's a free game, blah, blah, blah. You're making them millionaires. And then you download the game and you're like, oh, just a few dollars for to get past the next level. So you go, oh, it's just a few dollars to get the next level. And then you're making them double millionaires. And then you go back to sleep and you go, oh, what did I do with my day? Oh, I didn't do anything with my day. Can you imagine in the Black Money Matters app? And you subscribe to this app. It's $5 a month. And there's a million other people who subscribe for $5 a month. And so every month is $5 million. Then we can make 5 millionaires. Right? And then every night you go to bed, your phone goes, boom, boom. Here's what you accomplished today. We made Amanda Jones a millionaire. She has a wonderful idea in order to help people in the community. You did that. Thank you so much for your contribution. You're like, what? What? I did that? How does that feel? How do you think it would affect your self-esteem? You go to bed tonight, you made a black millionaire. This week, and then next week, you wake up, Monday morning, you wake up, oh, we're going to make another person a black millionaire. Another black millionaire. And then next week, another one. And then next week, another black millionaire. A month goes by, 2 months goes by, 3 months, 6 months. A year goes by. We've made up 52 millionaires. You're like, what? And what are those people doing? And how are they affecting the world? And even if 99% of them fail at whatever they want to do, or don't even do anything, or don't even build a business or anything, there might be one person who creates an app, a service, a product, something that helps people, and they become very successful, more so than the millions that you gave them. And then they generate even more millions for their community. I don't know about you. I don't know. Am I the only one who gets off on imagining a better world? I mean, I got to change my pants. I get sticky thinking about the idea. Sticky! What a sticky thought. Oh, the idea infects me, and I want to infect you with the idea. You know, ideas are contagious. Ideas are contagious. Yeah, you can get infected by an idea, even against your will. I'll prove it to you. I don't like staircases, all right? I don't like staircases. I know that's weird to say, but, I come out of the subway, and I walk towards the stairs, and there's a bunch of people on the staircase, okay? There's just a bunch of people on the staircase, just a bunch of butts just pointed right in my direction, just a bunch of buttholes pointed right in my direction. And I just know, statistically, there's got to be somebody farting in my face right now. Farts. Breathing in fart ducts. That's all I can think about when I'm at the staircase. All right? I think about that every single time I'm at a staircase, and now you will too. All right? You got to be careful what you pay attention to. Ideas are contagious. And I want this idea, Black Money Matters, to get contagious, folks, because this is just the tip of the iceberg. What we can do with the power of making millions, making millionaires. Oh! I tell people in my motivational sessions, hey, you want to start a business? Go out there and you can get it done. Go find funding, go get that. But in order for them to start the business, they got a lot of things to do. And they got to go to the banks and get investors. And it's just like, oh my God. To start a business, sometimes it can be very difficult. All the hoops you got to jump through. You got to do that while you work your job. But can you imagine there are entrepreneurs out there, they want to do something great. We give them $1 million and they can pay their bills. They can pay their rent. They can start their business. Yeah, okay. Some people tell me, hey, Peter, why does somebody need $1 million? You don't need to give Black people $1 million. You don't have to give an entrepreneur $1 million. $100,000, $50,000 should be enough. You're like, yeah, man, of course. They can take that $1 million and use $100,000, $200,000 to start their business. Start it off fast, get it right, don't have to struggle. And then they can pay their bills and help their friends and their family and the people who are around them. And it creates this cascade in society. And then not only are you helping this one person, but you can be like, hey, there's like 50 or 100 people who are now benefiting because you gave this one person $1 million. And they all go, wow, people did this for us. People did this for us because they cared, because they had fun, because they got off on the idea. They got sticky with the idea of helping people. That's what's got to catch on, right? That's what's got to catch on. It's got to catch on that it feels better to find solutions and to be creative and innovative and do something to help people regardless of who they are. Notice I didn't say we're going to give money, a millionaire, to a Black person who has the right political beliefs. No, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. It's not a political thing. This is a human thing. This is $1 million for humanity. When we make a Black millionaire, that's a Black millionaire for humanity. And one day we'll make white millionaires and Asian millionaires, whatever, man. It's for humanity. Tell me that's not a good idea. You tell me that's not a good idea. Hashtag no war. No war. I will not go to war with people. There's people I hate. There's people I hate. I am not going to war. I will not fill my heart with poison and darkness and despair. I'm not going to do it. And all the news telling you, oh, there's the other side and it's so evil, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to do it. I don't care how true it is. War leads to more war. Kill them all, then peace. Kill them all, then peace. I do not believe in that. if we can just get rid of all these people, then the world will be good. You know how many people over history have believed that? If we can just get rid of these people, then everything will be good. It doesn't matter how justified or good you think your reasons are, it won't work. Not in the long term. Any solution that's solved with violence is a short-term solution. I say we harness the power of social media. Yeah, I know. Social media turns your brain to mush. All right. Well, let's get rid of it. All right? You get rid of your phone. You get rid of your internet. You go ahead and do it. I know people like that. Oh, I don't have a smartphone. I don't go on the internet. I'm not on Facebook or Instagram. Ugh. Oh, I went to a flip phone. What? So what use are you? All right? You might as well be a black and white photo hanging on a wall somewhere, you retro freak. Social media is super useful. Yeah, we've been using it to kill each other. So what? Okay, I get it. When people had swords, people were murdering each other left and right all the time with swords. And we had to evolve past it to realize when the sword should be used or not and how it should be used and create laws and regulations and behaviors and culture around it. Okay, and then the sword became something we could live with, and bows and arrows and guns and all that stuff. So social media is bad. I know, it's right now. Look, we invented nuclear power and we gave it to people without letting them know what this nuclear power could do. And people have been blowing themselves up ever since, and blowing up communities, blowing up societies, and losing their lives, okay? Especially the young kids. We don't give guns to young kids. Well, some people do. We don't give swords to children, right? We just didn't learn that what we had was a sword. But that doesn't mean we should get rid of all swords. Just don't give them to children. And don't give them to people who are not ready to use them. But for the love of God, the internet is a global nervous system. It lets us know what's happening in other parts of the world instantaneously. We are connected in a way to the rest of humanity in a way that we never have before. If I touch you here, it connects to my nervous. If I touch your hand, it connects to your nervous system and you can feel it. Your whole body knows that something is being touched and can respond to what's going on. That's what the internet does. It creates this web, this interconnected web, that when we tweet or share or trend or a trending hashtag, we get to feel the sentiment of what's going on. You saw that with Black Lives Matter. You saw that with the protests and the movements. You saw the energy and how fast that occurred because of social media. Social media made that possible. So let's harness the power of social media. I know people are using it to destroy their lives and the lives of other people. Well, we can use it to build up lives. There's a better way to do things. There's a better way to do things. Let's just assume there's a better way and then try to find it. Because this way of us attacking everybody and being afraid of everybody, I'm so sick of it. And I really feel like mostly it's all misunderstanding. Mostly I think we're all just misunderstood. I think at the root of a lot of things is misunderstood. You know, at the base of everything, everybody wants the same thing. They want the same thing. And even if you're a white supremacist or a black supremacist or whatever, what you're thinking is it would be better for me and the people I care about if I thought this way. That's it. It's not some evilness that's within a person. It's just patterns of behaviors that were learned, that were taught and learned, that cause a person to believe that this is the right way for me to live. This is the better way for me to be. Like if I'm this way, then I will survive longer, I will do better, and everybody I care about will be better off. That's it. At the end of the day, that's what everybody is. That's what everybody is. Tell me a person that's not like that. A person who doesn't have brain damage. We all want that. How we go about it, that's a whole different thing. I think it's mostly misunderstandings. I think we're mostly not understanding because the lines of communication have been cut. And what I'm trying to propose is not some fix for everything, but it's going to be a fix to start fixing the knot that's within us. You know what I mean? It's going to start fixing that tension that's within us. It's going to give us an avenue for us to demonstrate to the people around us, I care. Yeah, I'm dealing with a very niche thing right now. The Black lives, black people. How that's going to play out exactly, who knows? But this is a way bigger idea. Join the Happy for a Change audience. Facebook.com/Happy for a Change. Join the Happy for a Change audience, or if you want to be specific, you join the Black Money Matters group. That's right there. Or you can go over to youtube.com/Happy for a Change and subscribe there. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Twitter, Happy for a Change. Bad Guru. Like, all the links are below. I don't care. You might hate Facebook, go to YouTube. You hate YouTube, go to Instagram. You hate Instagram, go to... I think I'm even on TikTok. Find me and let's do this. And tell someone else about it. I think everything is just misunderstood. I think people just don't understand each other, and I want to increase those lines of communications. And what you want to do is start with the assumption that the other person is not as bad as you think they are, even if they are as bad as you think they are. I'm not saying you're like pointing a gun at each other and then you're going to assume that the other person's good. That's not what I'm talking about. Just in your own home, as you read an article, as you do this, everybody's not so bad. All right. Misunderstandings. I had an experience about misunderstandings a little while back when the world was normal. I was on a bus heading home, and there wasn't really many people on the bus, but there was this nice young white girl on the bus, this nice young white lady on the bus. And it's nighttime, it's raining outside. As we get to my bus stop, she gets up and she goes to the door, and I realize, we're getting off at the same stop. And so I let her get off first. I'm a gentleman. So she gets off, and then I get off, and I put my hoodie on because it's kind of raining out. It's drizzling a little bit, And so we're walking, and she's walking ahead of me, and I'm walking. And she's walking ahead of me, and I'm walking. And she starts looking behind her. She's like turning around. She's starts turning around, like looking at me, like all suspicious, all weird, like giving me just weird looks. And I was like, huh? What? I'm just walking. And I was like, you know what? Okay, it's like nighttime. I'm wearing a black hoodie. Okay, I'm a little afraid of me. All right, I get it. And then she starts walking, and she hurries across the street, but she hurries across the street like diagonally, She hurries like diagonally, and then I get there, and I go across the street diagonally because I'm going the exact same direction that she's going, and I'm not gonna go like to the corner and then go over to the right. Like, forget that, man. I'm about efficiency. I'm so impatient. The fastest distance between 2 points. You know what I'm talking about? So she crosses the street and she starts running around, and then I go, and she's like looking all back, like real nervous, like real nervous, like even more. And I'm like, what's this? What's wrong with her, man? I never did anything to her. What kind of racist lady is this? This is a racist girl. This is a racist white girl. My God. Racism. Racism. And I'm just feeling all upset, and I was like, oh man, I can't believe this woman. But, in my heart, even if I get upset, I don't want to like make somebody's day bad, So I decide, I look at her, I go, just don't turn left. Just don't turn left, right? Just don't turn left. That's where I got to go. Just don't turn left. Of course, what does she do? She freaking turns left. So I decided I'm just gonna stand here at this corner, and I'm just gonna wait until she walks away, because I don't want to give this nice young lady a heart attack. Okay, I'm not interested in like ruining anybody's day, making her feel bad, even though she's racist. So I'm standing on the street corner, and as I watch her recede off into the distance, I smell something. I go, oh, it stinks. Oh, that's a fart. And I realized, oh my God. She wasn't walking away from me all in a hurry, staring back because she's racist. She was holding in a fart, and she just needed some distance between me and her, and I kept trailing her. And I was just standing on the street corner, just inhaling her fart dust. I realize, all the times I experienced racism in the past, maybe it wasn't racism. Maybe it was just gas. Misunderstandings, folks. I'm not saying the world is not filled with white supremacists. What I am saying is to consider the possibility that they're filled with regular people who are just little backed up. Let's give some folks some relief. That's it for me, folks. That's it for the show. Thank you so much for watching. I can't believe you watched this whole thing. You made it to the very end. Thank you so very much. If you liked what I talked about here today, if you want to hear more of what I got to say, I do live shows all the time. You can go to youtube.com/happyforachange or facebook.com/happyforachange. I go live on both platforms at the same time. You could like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. When you like the video, it makes it so that everybody else can see it, and share it with somebody if you think they'll like it. I am Bag Guru. If you like Black Money Matters idea, which is just the tip of the iceberg, you can join the Happy for a Change audience at facebook.com/happyforachange, happy audience, or you can join the Black Money Matters group. Anywhere that you can find me, anywhere that you are, I communicate on all those platforms. I will not leave you out. Just follow me wherever your heart's desire, Twitter, Instagram, Happy for Change. I am Bag Guru. Thank you so much for giving your attention tonight. I really appreciate it. I had a lot of fun. I hope you did too. My name is Peter Hartman, and I am Bag Guru. This has been Bag Guru Nightly. See you next time. It's like we're stuck in the scene. Yeah, I aim to intervene. Bag Guru, aka the Terminator, aka Good Will Hunting. Check it. I used to think I wanted to kill myself. I realized I want to kill most everybody else. Do you feel like I do? Life's a zombie thriller, and I'm the Bad Guru. Call me the zombie killer. I send my shot to your phone, snap a dot in your chrome. I slice you up like my Michonne, spike a thought in your dome, wake you up with a gong. This is Inception. I'm afraid you're gonna sleep all alone. I see the blood that you got in your shirt. I think you'll be eating your brains for dessert. You a star man, stuff you in the test. I got you leaving the dirt. I'd make you orbit the earth. Elon Musk is a perp ride. Nobody, no crime. That guy is doing it right. I wouldn't mess with that guy. I'm hunting zombies for a living. I got their penicillin like the Kama shoot. You got them changing positions to find a better feeling. Sometimes it feels like we're living in a movie. Gotta keep ahead, gotta flee the battle, gotta beat the bed. Oh, sometimes it feels like we're living in a movie. Hate to break it to you, but I've been living zombie dinner. We in a zombie thriller. I'm not an aggressive guy, but if you're living a lie you don't want to try, I want you to die. I don't want you to die. I'm like Sam Harris. I want you to wake up. I want you to try. Come on and hear this. I see the look that we got on our faces. Running around the track, I think it's making us racist. The secret to life is on the need and no basis. If you're stuck in the stasis, you better follow the mazes. I'll step off and get hurt. The way I'm spitting my verse is like I'm spitting a curse. You better Uber a hearse. Come on and do your worst. I get you suicidal warning. You will burst if we converse. In your cubicle, living for your vacation. Living got you acting great. Looking into your eyes and see your dead aside. With a lot of doubt, is that a cigarette in your mouth? Oh no, zombie! Sometimes it feels like we're living in a movie. Gotta keep ahead, gotta flee the battle, gotta beat the bed. Sometimes it feels like we're living in a movie. Hate to break it to you, but I believe in zombie dinner. We in a zombie thriller. They wanna take a pound of my flesh. I take it back to their chest. Hit them with the cardiac arrest. Make them contemplate their death. Cause you know you're gonna die, right? I know that thought can terrify, right? Like if Hillary Clinton gave it another try, right? Ha! Don't need to worry about death if you never live. Risking nothing is riskier than giving all you got to give. Because you get my shiv.